I'm going to show you some techniques on calming your nervous system. If you want to create and you want to get into that mode and you want to tap into your intuition, all of that kind of stuff, it really helps to calm your nervous system. Even today, when I was thinking about, oh my God, what am I going to create today for this video? Even some other things that I'm doing. I was in a space, like a very odd space this morning. So I had to let go of the guilt of like, I'm not in action. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Cause then that was stressing me out even more. And I'm like, I'm just going to be, and I'm going to take one step at a time as to what, and stick to what I need to do in order to get myself to that space, in order to get me there. And that's what I did. One technique after another. I also had to clear my energy field though, because I did have some juju kind of going on, not so pleasant juju in my energy field, which I have a tendency towards at times, although I'm doing much better because any energy we attract, we also allow, right? On a subconscious level. And I've learned, like, for myself, one of the reasons I've taken it on and allow people to kind of, anchor onto me or snatch onto me, like, really just, you know, is because I got to be a good girl. I got to be nice. I got to share my energy, give it all away. Can't keep any for myself. Anyways, that's a side note. So I did some of that work as well. So then I'm like, you know what? Perfect. And then, anyways, I got my energy back because even coffee wasn't working. When coffee isn't working, like if I still feel like completely depleted, even with coffee, I know something more is up. So I thought, perfect timing to go over some calming techniques, right? Some techniques to calm the nervous system in order to get into creative mode. Because then once I calmed, so I cleared the energy, and at the same time, I was doing some calming techniques to calm my nervous system, to surrender again, to come back to, my balance, my alignment. And the creative juices started flowing again. I'm restructuring things and boom, I was in that zone. And I'm like, well, you know what? Why don't I do that for this video? Is sharing some of the techniques that I use. So, technique number one that I love. So, just as you're sitting, one hand on your forehead and one hand just behind your neck. So, just close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath right here. And just feel that. Like, I know as soon as I do that, I mean, I felt the difference more earlier because I was more anxious, like my body, even though I had no reason to be. And it just calms. This is an awesome one right here. It gives almost like a nurturing feeling for me. Almost like I'm being hugged, even though I'm not being hugged. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And now another one. So this one, we're going to gently tap right here. But what we're going to do is very slowly, we're going to go out, like so, my hand, and back in. And we're going to do this slowly 15 times. It kind of helps you just come back and calm the nervous system. So here we go. 1. I'll do the counting and just kind of follow me. I know there's this like automatic feel of wanting to go quicker. So sometimes like it's like it's going against the nervous system because it's like, oh no, I want to keep going. I want to go faster. But it forces it to slow down. 3. Remember to keep breathing. Sometimes when our nervous system, like this, triggers the nervous system on some level just a little bit, especially if you want to go faster, but it's forcing it to calm down. So I find sometimes what happens is people hold their breath when that happens. So you want to make sure you're breathing. Ten. In case your nervous system was wondering how far along we are. And 15. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Placing 2 hands on your heart and just sitting right here and just breathing. This is an awesome one. Just sitting there, closing your eyes, connecting, breathing. You know, I like to put some pressure when I'm doing this. Another one is, so there's these sore spots over here. So if you go from underneath your arm, your underpit there, and you go in some, you're going to feel like, where is it here? An indent. And they're quite sore. They're actually called sore spots for a reason. Here are mine. So like mine are like right here. I don't know how many inches that is, maybe 3-4 inches in. And you never want to tap on these because these are the center of all your meridians. So it could be a little too much. But you just want to rub slowly, slowly. And just breathe into that as well. You always want to make sure you keep breathing. I was doing this one earlier. This one felt really good earlier for me. Another one that I was doing earlier is just tapping on my thymus. Like I was under my red light therapy LED light today. I was actually doing the purple and blue. And as I was under there, I was just doing some light breathing and just tapping on this spot right here. And just, this is one of my favorite spots to tap. I don't know what it is exactly. Your thymus, I know it helps your immune system. But I just love just sitting here and just tapping and just breathing into it. Always remember the breath. Another one you can do. This is great when you're around people and you don't want to start sitting there, you know, kind of doing all this stuff just in case, is just holding your wrist. You just put it down, hold your wrist, and it helps calm in a moment. And just breathe into that. And that's it. The other one, of course, did this one earlier, just simple tapping. No setup or anything like that, because I wasn't necessarily tapping on a specific thing. I just wanted to calm the nervous system, calm my amygdala, because there was something, obviously some of it wasn't even my energy. It was something I was getting from someone else as well. But just tapping. Let's just do one round. So on the eyebrows, making sure you're breathing, on the side of the eyes, making sure you're breathing. I definitely like adding breath when I'm just tapping just to calm the amygdala, like just to calm the nervous system. When that is my only intention. Under the eyes, I like to breathe and do it at the same time, like breathe deeply. Under the nose. Chin. collarbone. But yeah, it makes it really difficult to create or to tap into your intuition, find your inner guidance system when your body, your nervous system is in fight or flight. And it can be thymus, and it can be for anything. It doesn't have to even be like an actual situation that you are aware of, right? It could be your hormones. It could be your environment. It could be what you ate, your digestive system. A lot of times it's the bowels, right? Either way, this all helps with your energy, and it helps then heal whatever else is going on as well, because everything actually is energy at the end of the day. So it could be that. Again, if you're like me, side of the ribs, if you're like me and you tend to attract other people's energies, you may feel anxious and it's not even yours, because that's happened to me quite often. I'm like, why am I anxious? I don't even it would be so strange. And then I did like an energy thing and boom, I'm perfectly fine. And just take a deep breath in. Ah, I know. Another one. Excuse me. Square breathing. So we're going to breathe in, breathe in for 5, hold at the top for 5, release for 5, hold at the bottom for 5. So that's the square. This is one of the most common ones I notice people tend to know. So in, we'll go with in through your nose. Hold for 5. Out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold for 5 at the bottom. And you count to 5 slowly. Up, breathe in slowly. Hold for 5. And down for 5. Hold for 5. And you can stop. That's another one you can continue. And one other one, this helps me, how do I explain this? The energy of letting go and surrendering. So this is the best way I can explain it. So when I'm noticing like I'm tense because I'm like there's something you're holding on to, you're attached to, right? That's when we get that control, that tense energy within our bodies. So I tend to focus on my shoulders. Now, for you, it might be something different. It might be another part of your body, but I'm going to use the shoulders as an example here, right? So closing your eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath in, bring your awareness and releasing it, coming to your natural breath. I want you to bring your awareness to your shoulders. Okay. And I want you to feel like on a scale from 0 to 10, how tense do they feel? You may not even know actually, because sometimes when we're used to something, it seems normal until we realize it wasn't. And all of a sudden you get a sense of relief and it's like, I didn't even realize how tense I was until I got that relief. So we're going to create it. So what you're going to do is you're going to tense up your shoulders. So start tensing up your shoulders. Tense, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Squeeze as hard as you can go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And now relax. Do you feel like that slight release between the tension and the surrender? That's what I imagine when I feel my shoulders, or if it could be any other part of my body. Sometimes it's my lower back. What I imagine is that release. So I'll breathe, relax, and I imagine myself letting go even more. So imagine just like when we did that, I hope this is coming through. Because it's a feeling, right? It's a sensation in the body. Like I don't have to do that tense feeling in order to realize, okay, my shoulders are tense. And then I just imagine just surrendering and letting go and trusting even more. And the energy on my shoulders just starts to drop. Everything starts to drop even further, even my back. And then sometimes when I've had some back pain, all of a sudden, boom, gone. because I just surrender and I let go and I trust. I come into a trusting. So it's really practicing and getting to know the feeling of letting go. So if there's ever an exercise you've done, a class you've done where all of a sudden you can feel that feeling in your body, kind of like when we tensed up the shoulders and all of a sudden you relaxed it. If you can remember that feeling and how your body felt and the surrender behind it, what you can do is when you have a moment, you check in with your body and you feel some tenseness, bring that feeling back, that letting go, like that letting go, and remember what it felt like and bring your body back to that by imagining yourself letting go. So imagine maybe like holding weights on your shoulders, imaginary weights on your shoulders, imaginary energetic weights on your shoulders. Imagine if it's, let's say, your back, like mine, you have some sort of weights on your back and you're just letting them go. You're dropping them. Imagine like you're just dropping those weights, like they're just going to be gone. That's another way I'm hoping it can come across for you in order to play around with that. There's so many ways and like metaphors and all that to use in order to give that kind of um to like, yeah, communicate that kind of thing. So I hope all this helped. Let me know if you try any of the techniques, which one resonates more with you, what it feels like. And if there's anything else you want me to do lives about, either a technique or talking or anything like that, please let me know because I'm always looking for new ideas. See you next week.